So I'm over here in Pollensa Old Town today. I'm filming this in winter. We're going to see what it's like out of season, but in this video I'm going to let you know why you should maybe incorporate a trip to Pollensa Old Town in your holiday when you're visiting Mallorca. We're going to talk about some of the highlights of visiting here and the best times to visit too. But in the meantime, let's turn the camera around. I'm going to show you where we're starting the video today. And I'm right at the entrance of Pollensa Old Town here. I've driven in to the Old Town today, so the first thing I'm going to say is if you are driving, we do have a number of car parks in Pollensa Old Town. We've also got this little square area here too. I'm just going to put on the screen exactly where I am. Have to drive around a little bit to maybe try and grab yourself a spot. But the first thing I'm going to say is if you are visiting Pollensa Old Town, and we're just going to walk down now to the main square, is to really consider possibly visiting on a non-market day. And that is because of visiting Pollensa on the market day, which is held every Sunday morning from around 8:30, 9 a.m. until around 1 or 2 p.m. is extremely busy over here in the Old Town. Now, during the hot summer months, of course, it's going to be absolutely chock-a-block and packed too. So if you are after a slightly quieter experience, then I would really recommend coming over to Pollensa at Old Town, either out of season or on a non-market day. And I'm going to show you what it's like today. Okay, not everything is going to be open. We're going to see what it is like out of season, but this is a living and working town as well, so we should see, in theory, plenty open. So I'm just walking straight here down Via Pollentia, and you can see that this would be the start of the marketplace on the Sunday, and you do have stalls running all the way down here through to the centre of the Old Town. Lots of fruit and veg stalls, but also during the summer months a lot of people too. But check this out today, it's a lot more relaxed. Just really people going about their everyday business. So I would say if you want to get a very authentic experience of visiting Pollensa Old Town, then come on a non-market day. So I've just taken a left here over towards the Santo Domingo Church. You can see that this is the location here of some fantastic concerts, which you can see are also held over the winter months too. And of course they're going to be held over the summer months as well. I'm just taking a quick look down the side. Look, you can see quite a few renovations are taking place over here in Pollensa Old Town. But that's not all, because to my right hand side we have the Pollensa Museum. Let's have a quick look. Now the opening times over here are from Tuesday till Sunday from 10 till 2. I'm filming this on a Friday in winter, and unfortunately it's closed. But just peeking through the gates here, you can see how lovely it is. There's lovely courtyards, and I do believe that this is actually also the location of a wine festival that takes place later on in the year. Maybe next time it's on I should come down and check it out, give you a few reviews of the wines available. Got another entrance here. Look, free entrance. I won't go in today, but maybe we'll check it out another time. But just to give you an idea of what you can do over here in the Old Town. So we're just coming through these lovely gardens here in the centre of Pollensa. You can imagine how lovely and shady these will be in the summer. Now this is just the finest of Mallorca over here. Let me know what you like about Pollensa Old Town, but I mean this is just spectacular. If you're coming to visit the old towns in Mallorca, make sure you have a really good wander around. So we're just walking around the back streets here, coming into the centre of the Old Town. Like I said, it's really super nice to explore the area. And oh my goodness, I'm just coming around the corner here, and if you look up to the rooftop of this building, it's got the most unusual roof to it. If anybody knows what this is or the history behind it, please drop it down in comments. Very, very interesting. But look how quiet it is today in winter. There's just barely anybody here. It's a very, very different experience to what you're going to find during the hot summer months. So you can see we're coming into the centre of Pollensa Old Town, but we're just going to head down to the back of the church here because I also have an interesting fact for you. Okay, so from this square, just looking around to the back of this building, apparently this used to be an old cinema. They've got some major renovations going on. I don't know what they're building here. It might well be another auditorium. Hopefully it's not going to be apartments, but we shall see. Anyway, let's head on into the square. Now this is also the location of the Sunday market here too. Of course, if you're visiting on a Sunday, it's going to be very, very busy. Absolutely packed with visitors. But look at Pollensa Old Town today. I see a lowly policeman wandering through the square. So I'm just looking over towards the club at Pollensa. This is kind of a social club over here. I can see they've got a menu del dia on the board there. But apparently this is it's open as well for the general public, but they do have a members club in there too. Let's have a quick look around the square. And of course it's not as busy as you're going to find in the summer, but it's nice to see that at least at the far end of the square we've got some restaurants open. We can see some people taking the sun too, because it is an absolutely glorious day over here in Pollensa Old Town. And we're right at the end of January here. We're just about to roll into February. So my next piece of advice is, if you're planning a visit to Pollensa Old Town, in the summer months, you're going to find it to be very, very quiet over here during the day, even in August, because, well, obviously everyone is going to be either around the pool or down by the beach. If you don't like the crowds, and, well, Pollensa Old Town is actually quite shady. When you're walking around the Old Town area, it is quite shady. I would recommend a daytime visit. Make sure you get in lots of rest stops in the cafes and pick up lots of ice creams. But also, if you come over to Pollensa Old Town during the hot summer months, well, you're going to get to enjoy all the summer fiestas as well. We've got the Fiesta de San Cristobal, which I think takes place around the beginning of July. We've also got the Padrona, which takes place at the beginning of August too. And the whole town square here has lots of a fantastic festive feel. I'm just going to drop in a few clips as well as to what you can expect during the hot summer months. But the atmosphere over here is just fantastic. Now the next most popular time to visit Pollensa Old Town is in the evenings. You get a lot of visitors coming up here in the evenings as well. It's going to be a lot cooler to climb the Calvary Steps, which we're going to go and check out in just a second. But my goodness, during the off season, during the colder winter months, this old town is just a joy to visit, and I really recommend coming over here, like I said, on a non-market day. But anyway, let's keep walking on through the town. Okay, so just leaving the Plaza Mayor behind, let's head on in the direction of the Calvary Steps, or the Calvary Steps. And check this out as well, on the subject of fiestas. One of the best I think that they have here is the Pujada de Pi. It takes place during the San Antoni fiestas over here in January, and they've still got the pine tree up right in the centre of Pollensa Old Town here. Now this year in 2025, one young 16-year-old managed to shimmy to the top of this soaped down tree to collect a prize of, I think it's around €250. You can see as well, look, health and safety is pretty much out the window. Don't know how long it's going to stay up here in the centre of Pollensa Old Town. If you're over here in January, then it's definitely worth checking out. So we're just coming to the bottom here of the Calvari Steps, the Calvary Steps. But look, we've got lots of restaurants here. Over the summer, I remember coming to eat here. I remember we had Amanda and Louise from the Facebook group, the admins over on the Facebook group. Anne and I came up from Palma, and we ate exactly here actually at the Scalinita restaurant. It was very, very nice, but what a different vibe you get over here in the winter. There's not one single person sitting outside today. In fact, I'm not even sure if these restaurants are open. But anyway, let's head on up the steps here. Now, it's a lovely day, and the reason I'm coming up here today is that it is only 18 degrees over here in Puerto Pollensa Old Town today. And this is the main reason why so many people come over to Pollensa Old Town, and that's to climb the 365 steps right the way up to little monuments at the top. We've got one step for every single day of the year. And look, we still have some shops open as well, which is fantastic to see. So over the sound of the drilling and the works that are taking place behind me, you can see we're just coming up past the Ayuntamiento, the town hall over here in Pollensa Old Town. We've also got a statue here, sculpture by artist Joan Benissar. You see them all the way down the coast from Campicafort over to Son Barlo. Let's keep walking up. Now I'm loving that all of these little shops are managing to stay open. Well, not all of them, but we do have a few up here. It also amazes me as well that you do have people actually living on the Calvary Steps too. This is a lovely walk to do out of season. We can see that Pollensa Old Town today is not completely holidaymaker or tourist free. We've got a few people out and about today making the walk up the steps, including myself. Not quite sure what step number I'm on, what day of the week, but looks like we're about halfway up. Okay, so we're at the midpoint on the steps and just looking over the amazing views that we have in front of us today, looking out over the old town and up towards the Puig de Maria right in front of me. Don't forget there is a lovely walk up here as well, up to the convent right at the top. I've actually been doing it with my daughter since she was about 5 years old. Winter's obviously the best time to do it, and the entrance to that walk is just across the road. It's actually one of my first videos actually on the channel. I shall drop a link to that, as much as I cringe about it, in the description text below if you want to go and check out what that's like. But anyway, for now, let's keep walking up. Now check this out as we're heading further up the steps here. Look, we've got some goats on the wall. And look, there's a little kid as well. Little baby. Oh, how cute. Very, very sweet. Oh. And as we come to the top of the steps here, look, we've got this little, I do believe it's actually a cafe to the left-hand side here. It's not open at the moment. I'm pretty sure I've seen ice cream signs out here over the summer. And we've got some tables and chairs. Oh no, well, on the far right-hand side it actually says privado, do not enter. But I'm sure this used to be a cafe. Like I said, I haven't been over here for quite a while, but let's have a quick look inside this chapel. So it's just so peaceful up here. The people that are walking in front of me have now gone. I'm the only person up here outside this little chapel here in Pollensa Old Town at the top of the Calvary Steps. Now the next big event over here, and I am filming this at the end of January, is going to be Easter. Now I do believe that they have a reenactment, a big religious ceremony over here as well, and they have the carrying of the cross. I think it comes up the steps as well. But Easter over here in Pollensa is also very spectacular, as it is as well in all of the other old towns around the island too. So if you are interested in the culture and the history of Mallorca, and you're interested in the religious culture as well, then this may well be a good time to visit. So we're coming up to the lookout here over Pollensa town. It's an absolutely stunning look. You can look over here towards the port and over towards Alcudia too. I'm just noticing all these crosses on this road on the way up. But look at the views here, look, as we come down right across Pollensa Old Town. So we're just coming down the Carrer de San Joan. It looks like a kind of a secondary Calvary Steps here, round the back of the old town. I can't imagine living here though, goodness, look at these houses. It's very, very pretty. So from here we're going to walk on over to the Roman bridge over here in Pollensa Old Town. Now, as you know, the Romans had quite a presence here over here in Mallorca over the years, and the lasting impression that's been left here is of a little bridge that we see. Nice little piece of history over here in the town. And I love how they've created a nice little space here right by the Roman bridge. Looks like we could be in Yorkshire, actually, I have to say. But look, there's little interpretation board here. Got a little bit of history here about this area. But this does remind me, actually, of being kind of up in the Hadrian's Wall area. I don't know why. Obviously, the Romans arrived in Hadrian's Wall in the north of England many, many years ago. But look, you can see a little river coming down. You can just see how little rain we've had. Actually, just looking up the river as well. There's also a car park over here which I've just noticed. So if you are driving over from Puerto Pollensa, then this is also somewhere else to park. So I've come back here into the Plaza Mayor. Well, I hope you enjoyed my walk around Pollensa Old Town today. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful day. Like I said, I really recommend coming over here to visit. And in fact, if you'd like to see some other areas in this corner of the island to visit, check out this video appearing here on YouTube. Check out this video, also filmed in the area too. Now, I will be back in Pollensa Old Town as we head on into the summer, so subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget, you can find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.